To me anyway, hearing you talk, that you did sort of see yourselves as kind of outlaws, like underdogs. There was a lot of kind of talking about the fact that you were using these electronic music instruments, and that there was a certain amount of resistance to that from the other bands that were around on the scene. That you weren't this kind of four-piece rock band.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, there was a small electronic scene, in the like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
But it was still quite small, and we did feel that we were fighting a battle. When we did interviews, it was often got quite heated.
And were people kind of asking you to explain yourself, like, what are these synthesizers? And what, and people, I suppose, in those days, there's all sorts of arguments about, well, they lack soul, these electronic machines, this man-made sound,
Yeah, it got worse after that kind of scene dissolved, because it didn't last for very long. And then, in America especially, we were fighting a virtually one-band fight.
Well, luckily you were victorious. I mean, God, how times change, And fast forward 30 years or so, and here you are with a new record, Spirit. I wondered about the title. What made Spirit the right title?
We like the word Spirit, and it's a very strong word, and it has so many different connotations. And I think if you ask each one of us why we named it Spirit, we'd all have a different reason.
Mm-hmm.
For me, there's one of the lines from one of the songs is, "Our spirit has gone." And I see the album as a bit of a call to arms to find our spirit again.
Okay. It's emotionally, philosophically, politically?
Politically, if you like. I mean, I think it all boils down to spiritually, basically, at the end of the day, maybe.
Okay.
I think we've just lost our path. We're muddling through at the moment, just not knowing quite what we're doing.
So, I mean, a call to arms, that's a strong phrase, strong words. What would you like to see happen?
There's the age-old debate, can music actually achieve anything? What I really want to do with music in general is to make people think. With this album, I've tackled subjects maybe that are not traditional Depeche Mode fare. Mm-hmm. And, if I can get people to think again, then, I think that will have achieved something.
Yeah. And it's your first time working with James Ford as a producer. Why was he the right choice?
We felt that after making 3 albums with Ben Hillier, it was time for a change. We enjoyed the process every time with Ben, and we love Ben. Mm-hmm. But we just felt that it was time to stick our necks out, make a change, and challenge ourselves. So I think it was actually Daniel Miller, who's been with us since day one, who first suggested James to us. And we were aware of a lot of the stuff that he'd done, but not all of it. So some of his show reels were sent to us that we hadn't heard, some of the projects that he'd worked on.
Sure.
And the thing we liked most about James's work was he'd seemed to have worked in lots of different genres, but all of the projects sounded fantastic.
So he was really adaptable.
Yes.
And I heard that he kind of cut some of the time that you had spent in the studio down as well. That, where previously you spent quite a lot of time searching for certain sounds, there was some kind of restrictions and limits that he put in place, or you guys put in place together, which were quite beneficial. Yeah,
when we first met him, he told us that he liked to work quick. And we thought, yeah, we've heard that before. But he did actually work quick. Yeah, he had one rule that if something didn't work within the first 40 minutes, move on and try something else. Mm-hmm. And I think the other thing that helped us to finish things quicker was we had certain synths set up for certain duties, so that, we weren't thinking, which one shall we use for this? It was more of like, everything was in its place, ready to go.
Okay. And as well as the gig tonight, you have got a huge stadium show coming up in Stratford in June, and a stadium tour that I think, if I'm right, you will perform to 1.5 million fans on this tour, I think, in total. I mean, that's absolutely extraordinary. How are you feeling? You must be excited, but do you ever get nervous?
I think, funnily enough, you mentioned it earlier about seeing the whites of their eyes tonight. I think I usually get a bit more nervous about the smaller ones.
Okay.
And luckily, this one's a bit bigger than the ones we've been doing up until now.
I know. I was going to say, God, I would hate to have planted any anxious seeds. Okay.
Yeah. It was funny. The first thing we did was we opened up our rehearsals to about 30 fans. They won a competition. And that was very odd, because they were literally right in front of us.
You must have absolutely made their lives.
Yeah, there's a film of them. They didn't even know where they were going. They knew they'd won a competition, but they didn't know what they'd won.
Oh, wow.
So they just got on a bus and they were brought to our rehearsal studio.
I mean, it is amazing, right? You know, we're here in the venue right now, and the fans outside. There's this crowd of them, and they have been here since the crack of dawn today. You know, whether they've got tickets, whether or not, I don't know. I mean, what is your relationship like with your fans, and what is there such a thing as a typical Depeche Mode fan?
I think that we are probably the most spoilt band by our fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the audiences are always fantastic. They'll sing along. They'll not with every word even. There'll be the words and probably every melody that's going on in the song. And especially here in Europe, I think it's more than just about the music. I think for a lot of them, it's like a lifestyle or something.
It's part of their identity.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, I think that comes across, doesn't it? And do you feel as a musician that does that feel ever that that's a kind of restriction, like you're worried about their expectations, or do you know that they'll go with you no matter what you choose to do next time in the studio?
I think it's a position of real luxury because I think they've been with us, or a lot of them have been with us for so long. Mm-hmm. That you kind of know that they'll be there, and people ask me, do you write songs thinking about the fans? And I think that's a really dangerous thing to do. You can't do that. But I think we kind of know that they will be behind us.
And who do you write to? I was talking to a writer friend recently who was talking about her reader. This idea of her reader, and I wonder if you have a person that when you write songs that you have in mind.
Not really, no. No, I think that when you write a song, you just have to write something that makes you happy, and then if you achieve that, then hopefully that connects with other people.
Well, it certainly seems to be doing the trick so far, doesn't it? Thank you so much, Martin. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you. Thanks.
Fix Music.